Today we'll start the new chapter, that is chapter 3, the making of a global world. So the first topic is the pre-modern world. When we talk of globalization, we often refer to an economic system that has emerged since the last 50 years or so. But as you will see in this chapter, the making of the global world has a long history of trade, of migration, of people in search of work, the movement of capital, and much else. So, when we talk about the term globalization, that means the modernization, how it took place. Okay, so in this chapter we will discuss about the process through which how this globalization had or started in our world. Okay, and what are the different types of stages and how it affect the trade system, how people migrated from one place to the another so that they can get work. Okay, even there was a flow of capital, that is money, and many more reason. As we think about the dramatic and visible sign of global interconnectedness in our lives today, we need to understand the phases through which this world in which we lived has emerged. So at present we live in a 21st century, and it is a kind of modernization, and technology plays an important role. So how we finally came to this situation, what were the different types of stages, how they are interconnected with our past, so all these things we will discuss in this chapter. All through history, human societies have become steadily more interlinked. So as we move towards the modernization, that is globalization, that is the human societies are connected with our history, that means our past, because whatever we are today, it is because the incident which had taken place in our past. So that's why our human society which we live in today, at present, it is linked with our history. From ancient times, travelers, traders, priests, and pilgrims travel vast distance for knowledge, opportunity, and spiritual fulfillment, and to escape persecution, that is mistreatment of an individual or group. So from the ancient time, that means in our past, the travelers, the traders, the priests, and the pilgrims, they travel you can say vast distance so that they can attain knowledge, or they can get opportunity in the form of job, or they can work in a factory, or spiritual fulfillment, that means to go to different types of spiritual places and attend their salvation, and even to escape from the practice of persecution, that means mistreatment of an individual or group. They carried goods, money, values, skill, ideas, invention, and even germs and diseases. So when a person is traveling from one place to the another place, they carried goods so that they can eat in the travel period, money so that they can expense, or once they reach the new place, they can buy basic things, values, different types of skills, different types of ideas, different types of invention, and even some germs and diseases are also transferred with them. As early as 3000 BCE, an active coastal trade linked the Indus Valley civilization with present-day West Asia. So as early as in the 3000 BCE, we already know about the famous Indus Valley civilization. So it linked with the present-day West Asia. For more than a millennia, cowries, that is the Hindi word QD or she cells used as a form of currency from the Maldives, found their way to China and East Africa. So not only the different types of traditions, cultures, disease, germs, skills, ideas, intervention, they were transferred, but different types of currencies also was transferred. So just like the Cowrie, that is the seashells which were used in the form of currency, it traveled from Maldives to the China and East Africa. The long distance spread of disease carrying germs may be traced as far back as the 7th century. So in the 7th century, the diseases and different types of germs, they were transferred from one place to the another. How? With the help of people who are migrating from one place to the another. By the 13th century, it had become an unmistakable link. So slowly and gradually, in order to people, they move from one place to the another in the search of food, in the search of job, in the search of better place to live or better opportunities. Different types of diseases and germs were also spread. So this was the first mistake which the humans had done, because they were just looking for their you can say different types of opportunities or to live their life peacefully, but they were not looking, or they were not looking after the factor that the germs and diseases are also started to spread. So this is the introduction about the how the globalization started. And here is a picture in page number the page number 77 of your NCERT textbook. So in this picture, the image is the image of a ship on a memorial stone, Goa Museum, 10th century. So this is the image of a ship on a memorial stone. It is a picture of a ship in a memorial stone, okay, and this painting or this statue is present in the Goa Museum, and it was made during the 10th century. From the 9th century, images of ship appear regularly in memorial stone found in the western coast, indicating the significance of oceanic trade. So from the 9th century, different types of ship images were we found in the different types of memorial stone, from which we can see that from the 9th century only the oceanic trade, that means from one country to the another, it started to flourish. So this picture, the theme of this picture is related with Chola dynasty. So it was made during the Chola dynasty, and oceanic trade from one country to the another. So this picture shows that there was a oceanic trade from one country to the another country.